What is going on, Lego Maniacs? It's Ty, the Lego guy here, and today we're actually taking a look at one of the Chinese Festival Special Edition sets. And the one in particular we're taking a look at is the Lion Dance. That set 80104 has 882 pieces, 8 minifigs, came out in 2020, and it retails for 80 US. And I have to say, this is actually a really colorful set. Yeah, there's a lot going on, and if you guys are big price per piece people, you'll love this one just because it's less than 10 cents a piece. Anyways, we're gonna get into its pros and cons, but enough talk, let's get right into it. And the first model we'll actually take a look at out of this set is this awesome looking band. I just think this looks so good. So impressed. It just looks phenomenal. It just captures the feel. So as you guys can see, they obviously have a little drummer in the middle. And then we got a couple other musicians on the left and right. They're banging all kinds of different little ornaments. So I just think it really gets the job done. Very impressed by it. It's a smaller build for sure, but I really like it. It's one of my favorites out of this model. Let's now move on now though to the second build. And here it is. So very nice looking little arch. A couple things I wanted to mention. Beautiful looking printing. That is all printing. There's no stickers in this set whatsoever. Let's just center in a little bit closer on that. There's just so much detail on this model. It's like hard to get it all out or to cover all of it. Especially the Temple Fair. Like that set's just jam-packed. But what I also really liked about this little archway is check out the roofing detail. I love the fact that it has little frogs on it. It just looks incredible. And then there's obviously more printing back here. Nothing too crazy. It's just a really colorful, good looking archway. Let's now actually take a look at the 5 little lion dancers. Let's take a look at them. And here we have them. So you actually get 5 of these guys, but there are 2 goldy yellow looking ones and 2 reddish ones. There's only 1 white one, but what we're actually going to do is just give you guys first off a view of the white one. And I just have to say, guys, they've done such a good job on him. Fantastic looking. It just has a very oriental type feel to it. If you guys ever watch Samurai Jack, and I will be saying this a couple times, it really reminds me of that. It reminds me of a coup, to be perfectly honest. The funny thing about this as well is they actually use minifig legs here, so you can kind of pose them a little bit easier since they are like that. Let's now move on to one of the red ones. Same thing, and again, this is all printed pieces. This is not stickers, which is fantastic. I love the eyeballs as well. Great looking detail. They knocked it out of the park. These Chinese sets, they knock out of the park. They look fantastic. Now let's actually move on to one of the yellow main figs. I want to call them minifigs because they kind of are with the legs anyways. I actually really like the gold one. The gold one may be my favorite. And again, I love the fact that they're using the detail with the little frogs to kind of represent ears. I think it gets the job done. It looks really good. The other little small, it's not necessarily a smaller build, but you get another one of these little signs. And this awesome looking little ball. So these are obviously little ornaments that they use for the festival. And they just knock, the detail in this set is incredible. But let's now to actually take a look at the actual lion dance stand. And here it is. So let's just give you guys a 360 view of it first to begin. So as you guys can see, it's nothing too crazy. It doesn't do anything. There's no features to this whatsoever. This set, along with many of the Chinese sets, are just great display pieces. And look how awesome that looks. Great detail. Again, this has nothing crazy to the build. Literally, it's just, how many is there? There's 8 of these poles, and you can literally just stand them up, but it just looks really good. And the fact that it's actually based off of an actual world event that takes place is phenomenal. Like, I just think that's great. But yeah, those are the builds. What we're gonna do now is take a look at the minifigs. Here we have the first 3 of the 8. So nice looking. I like all of them. I love the design. I love the fact that they all have leg printing. Yeah, this guy's carrying a firework, which is actually pretty funny. And then I can't decide whether this guy is part of the actual event or if he's a painter, because that looks like a paintbrush, which is quite interesting. Let's just flip them around, show you guys their back torso printing and back face printing. So some of them have it, some of them don't. So she doesn't have it. He has a very scared face. Maybe the event's not going too well. And the older gentleman does not. But yeah, great. Just great looking. I love it, the fact when they put scared faces. One of them in the Temple Fair has a puking face, which is fantastic. Yeah, anyways, great looking first batch. Let's now take a look at the next three. Here we have the three musicians. So I really like these guys. Just look at the torso and leg printing. This would go so well in a mock. If you ever making like a ninja or Chinese mock, you could throw those clothes on some of your figs and make it look really, really authentic. Now, none of them have any back face printing, but they still all in all just look incredible. I really, really do like them. But now what we're gonna do is take a look at the final two and possibly my favorite minifig out of this entire set. And here's the final two. So we have another fireworker. Nice looking leg printing, nice looking torso printing on her. And then we have the rat. And I have to say, I think he's my favorite fig, and there's a reason why. He actually has the same thing as the Temple Fair. Let's just, flip him around. She does not have back face printing. However, the rat, wow. He has that awesome looking puking face. So I absolutely love that. Great job. Maybe he ate some of that head of lettuce. I think it looks really weird, the fact that there's a minifig head on there, but I do believe that that's what it's supposed to represent. Yeah, I love this. Look at this little rat piece. It is great. Like, I just think that's awesome. I'm starting to get into the costume minifigs, and he really reminds me of actually a CMF. It is to do a little bit with the Year of the Rat, so that's why he's wearing a rat costume. It's not just something you do. But anyways, great looking minifigs. What we're actually going to do now is actually compare this lion dance against the Temple Fair, put them all together, and just to show you guys what these two sets look like together, because they absolutely look phenomenal. But before we show those two models side by side, there's one little detail I forgot about this stand that I wanted to show off first. I guess you can consider it a feature. You can stick things in there, which is actually kind of nice, or maybe hide a minifig in there. Actually, that could be a feature. There could be like a little kid hiding in there. For now, it just has one of those little sign plaques and then a firework. But yeah, nice. I don't know. It's nothing too crazy, but it is a detail nonetheless. Let's now take a look at those two sets combined. Here we have the 80104 and the 80105 put together. And guys, I just have to say, it looks phenomenal. So I put the other archway in the far right, as you guys can see. It's kind of like a mini version of what's going on right here. And then this is pretty well the same, but then back here, because it is sort of a concert that they're throwing, right? That is fantastic. I mean, look how well these sets go together. Just, if you guys have 100 and, what is it? Oh, you need about $200, right? Because the one's 80 and the other one's 120. I totally recommend you guys buy this. I mean, it just looks great as a display piece. If you want to add some great detail to your city, but let me know what you guys think. Maybe I'm overrating this. I just think they look really, really well together. I mean, they're both Chinese festival sets. I'd like to actually throw in the Dragon Race set as well and see what that kind of looks like. But all in all, this just looks phenomenal. I think they blend really well together, and I couldn't help myself. I had to put these together and show you guys what they look like as the dynamic duo, let's say. Well guys, that was my review. Do hope you enjoyed it. Honestly, I really like this set. I love the Chinese festival sets. I think they look so good. And as you guys saw, having these two sets combined, this one along with the Chinese New Year Temple Fair, it costs a bit of money, but I'd highly recommend buying both because they just look phenomenal together. Like that's a great display piece. Let me know what you guys think about that. But I think it's I think they go really well together. But if you only have $80 and you want to get a colorful set, I think this one's definitely worth getting. I love the little lions. The little musicians is fantastic as well. And then you get a nice little archway, which is kind of giving you a small version of what you kind of get in the Temple Fair set. But yeah, all in all, just great set, very colorful, very unique for Lego. Lego generally does not get this colorful, and I just really, really like it. And if you're a big fan, again, of Samurai Jack, these lines just totally remind me of Aku. But anyways, that's all I got for you today. But if you like this video, leave it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing and click that bell so you're notified for any future Chinese sets that we do on this channel. I think we've done every one. Well, not every one, like depending on when this comes out, the Temple Fair may not be out yet, but we've done every Chinese set. The only one that I don't own is the Chinese house. I forget the name of that one. I hope to get it one day. But yeah, what I'm basically saying is I really like doing them, and yeah, we'll hopefully get that one and get any future Chinese sets that come out. But again, that's all I got for you today. But thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.